How we doing out there? I'm Servant, and I'm definitely a Pisces. We're going to work on one basis first, okay? One thing. And to understand that how we get in these predicaments we are in, how the Father pulls us out of the fire, how you get understanding from the Father. It's rudimentary, but a lot of you don't know. You don't have a clue. I shouldn't say clue. Maybe you do have a clue. But the understanding is spending time with Him is the most important thing that you can do with your life right now. Okay? Understand. He's got it going on, and you want some of it. Okay? Temptation to sin. And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged around about his neck, and he was cast into the sea. He's talking about every one of you out there. The understanding of that, a lot of people say, okay, this is what needs to be done, this is what needs to be done, this is how this needs to be done. But the Father's judgment is greater, because if you do something not in equal value as being justice, the point of justice is it may be hearsay at that point, and you still want to do something. Understand that when you take that burden upon yourself, that's judgment on you. Okay? So understanding the proof needs to be in the pudding. And the understanding of there's people talking about pedophiles and all this stuff. Okay? And what you need to do and what they need to do. The thing about it is that how far are they going to go down the road anyways? What if they are incarcerated? Do you think they're going to survive that? The people need to really understand that about what sin really is. Because you take judgment into your own hands that you pull away from God. And, you might as well put a millstone around your neck. Okay? Because that's judgment upon yourself too. Now don't get me wrong, there is a point of justice. That's something that's as equal value at the same time, at the same spot, no matter what goes on. I heard this guy had caught his, I don't remember what it was, daughter or whatever. And this man was doing something. Well, he took it into his own hands to take the man's life. Well, understand that justice was dealt. Now, was it of equal value? Well, it seemed to be at that point. But judgment only is to the Father. So you run out there and you want to do something, understand that the Father has got this. There's nothing more that you can do compared to what the Father's going to do to him. You can't even imagine what's going to happen to that boy. And if the hand often offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life maimed, than having two hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched. That's the point of understanding the point of judgment and the understanding of justice. It's a hard call. It's kind of like the point of being a knight. You're in battle, and that's what you're there to do. Okay, is that serving justice? Like in the Crusades. Well, a lot of it wasn't. A lot of it was. So the thing about it is that every person to each his own. Where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thy foot offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter halt into life than having 2 feet to be cast into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thine eye often offend thee, pluck it out. It is better for thee to enter into the kingdom of God, the Most High, righteous, and love, with 1 eye than having 2 eyes, to be cast into hell fire, and where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. For every one shall be salted with fire, and every one sacrifice shall be salted with salt. Salt is good, but if salt have lost its saltiness, wherewith will ye season it? Have salt in yourself, and have peace one with another. The understanding of back in the old days, they'd say, boy, he sure was salty. That's where that comes from. I mean, basically come down from. But understand that judgment and justice are 2 things, okay? Somebody trying to destroy your home, that's justice. Somebody trying to destroy your family, that's justice. But the point after, as it's subdued under justice, don't take judgment. That's only for the Father, okay? Understand what I'm trying to say. It's not as simple cut and dry, run out there and just mowing everything down, because it's not, okay? Jesus teaching on divorce. And he arose from thence, and cometh into the coast of Judah, by the farther side of Jordan. And the people resort unto him again. And as he was wont, he taught them again. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife? Tempting him. And he answered and said unto them, What did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement, and to put her away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, For the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation, God, the Most High, righteous, love, made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they twine shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twine, but one flesh. What therefore God, the Most High, righteous, and love, hath put joined together, let no man put asunder. And in the house his disciples asked him again of the same matter. And he saith unto them, Whosoever shall put away his wife, and marry another, committeth adultery against her. And if a woman shall put away her husband, and be married to another, she committeth also adultery. I hear and I say, to the understanding of when you put away somebody, is it right? Well, I say that, guys, girls, princesses, everybody, know your person. Because the Father, he didn't put it together. Okay, if you went out and married somebody and it all falls apart, that means it wasn't by the Father. And if you put them away, okay, that's adultery when you marry somebody else. Now understand, justifiably right being in misery, the thing about it is, the best thing to do is not to marry again. Because your person is been given by God to you. Okay? You're the one that's supposed to do the interview, but you're also the one to spend the time with the Father and understand what the Father had to say about it. No more than that. No more issue than the man on the moon. The Father will tell you. The Father will bring him to you or bring her to you. And I know that, look, I understand where you stand. I understand about all the stuff that's going on around you. It's evil, okay? Fornication, all of it. Don't participate. Don't participate in that stuff at all. Anything that may be wrong against the Father. Because look, He's here, okay? Jesus is coming back. So understand that this is pretty serious. You need to understand that taking and doing an interview with your person, you interview them all the time. Maybe they got loose tongue. Maybe they got loose lips. Maybe it may be against you in some ways. Maybe quietly. But understand that you take your time, you interview them, say, hey, me and you are not compatible. The reason being is because I go to church, you don't. I don't talk like you do. You talk with a double tongue. You talk about everybody behind everybody's backs. You may do drugs, you may drink, you may, whatever it may be. But to understand, to be like the Father. Righteousness. Holding yourself in chastity. Men and women. Okay? Saving yourself for that time. So understand that the belief of whatever the world believes out there is not yours. Okay? Precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. Psalms 119. Spend the time with the Father. Let Him wake you up. Let Him tell you what's going on. And hey, it's all, as we'd say, it's all cool. Cool. But the thing is that that's the right way and the correct way of doing things. Now, maybe you say, oh, well, this is new times. Look at here. It makes no difference what the times are. Your God is your God. Just like I'm sitting here thinking about all these things that I can do and all these things that need to be done. And the point of it is using the computer to get it all done. You know what? Most of them people on there are liars and thieves. You just don't know that they're stealing. You try to do something, they want your credit card number. They're thieves. Okay? Just understand that everybody that's on Facebook and on YouTube, everything that's going on, it's all about mammon. A thief is a thief. I've been stole from. It's not hard to say. But I committed it. So I committed to it without having the full function of everything. Well, guess what? I shut it all down. I don't have to live that life at all. Never did, never had to, never will. But understanding, spend the time with your Father. Spend the time with a person that you like or you may love. And interview them. Don't go overboard. Don't be in a bad shape whenever something happens. Because it can happen. So the temptation to sin, which is all there. Satan is right there throwing darts as much as he can. Taking back your life. Okay? From the principalities pushing against you. You're the wonderful children of God. Okay? Don't forget that. Spend the time with Him. Get her done. Well, I'm servant. I'm definitely a Pisces. And y'all have a really good day because you are the most loved children of God than you can ever imagine. Anyways, Jesus on your lips, Father's in you. Spend the time with Him, and there are legions of angels. Y'all have a good one. Bye.